Portland protesters thought they'd make a statement, light up Old Glory outside the ICE facility, and send their message. You know, federal agents had other plans. They stormed out, grabbed the burning flag, and made arrests on the spot. Same story at the White House. Protester lights the flag, gets cuffed within minutes. The executive order isn't even 24 hours old, and the enforcement is already lightning fast. Civil liberty lawyers are screaming about the First Amendment. Patriots are cheering from coast to coast. But this fight is only just beginning. What happens when constitutional rights collide with respect for our national symbol? When does protest become desecration? The arrests are real, and the showdown is here, and wait till you see it. While protests burn our flag and federal agents restore order, real patriots prepare for darker days ahead. My Patriot Supplies 3-month emergency food kit saves you $100 right now. When civil unrest erupts, stores empty fast. This kit provides 2,000 calories daily for 90 days, actual meals, not rations, breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, snacks, all American made, stored in tough buckets, last 25 years, no MSG, no compromise on quality. Just like those agents protecting our flag, you need to protect your family. When society breaks down, when supply chains fail, when chaos hits your streets, you'll be ready. Fast, free shipping, 30-day guarantee. Go to preparewithgary.com immediately. That's preparewithgary.com. Stand ready while others panic. It's linked down below. So check this out. Feds storm out of ICE facility and snatch a burning flag. Protesters in Portland torched the American flag. Federal agents were not having it. They rushed out of the ICE facility to grab the charged symbol just hours after Trump signed an executive order banning flag burning.
Remnants of the flag. Oh, they're bagging up the flag. They just bagged up. Earlier, somebody burned an American flag. And they are now bagging up the remnants of that flag. You can see the bag right there. They are bagging up the remnants of the flag and they are bringing it back as evidence. Oh, they're bagging up.
Yep, that's Portland for you. Trump signs an EO aimed at prosecuting the burning of the American flag. I'm getting everything I voted for, says Avery Dyer.
You can actually
Every day. Excuse me.
Trump must be doing something right because the terrorists are mad at him again today as he signs an executive order saying that you cannot burn the American flag. You can actually go to prison for a year without early release if you are caught burning the American flag. People are saying that this is a violation of the First Amendment and a violation of our free speech. He's using existing laws to do it. He's not introducing any new laws to carry out this executive order. I do not believe that the First Amendment creates an absolute right to destroy symbols of sovereignty, which is what our American flag is. I believe our American flag is federal property. I believe that if you're burning our American flag, you're a terrorist. And you should absolutely be in prison. I'm not saying you can't critique our country. Of course you can critique our country, but you cannot burn our flag. There have been over 1 million U.S. military deaths under this flag. It is respect for them. It is respect for our country, for our history, for the sacrifices made. Now, I don't want any tolerance. I want a zero tolerance policy for terrorism in our country. Trump must be doing something right because the terrorists are mad at him again today as he signs an executive...
She says the terrorists are mad at him again today. Let's see. They've been appeased so much that they're openly taking their masks off. Burning the American flag is a beautiful sight, but it's not enough. We need to burn the U.S. government to the ground. That's what this TikToker is saying.
Organization. You guys, I need to talk to you about something super serious, and it's this right here. Like, burning the American flag. It's just, wallahi, it's a beautiful sight, but it's not enough. We need to burn down every capitalist and imperialist system that exists. We need to burn the US government, aka global terrorist organization, down to the fucking ground. We can no longer allow the worst, most violent, evil, disgusting people to lead us because they're going to continue making the world a waking nightmare for everybody. So
yeah, I'm sure you just got on a list somewhere, honey. Ian Miles Chong writing, the idea that burning the American flag is somehow protected speech is absurd to the max, given that it's neither speech nor is it ever intended to be peaceful when conducted during a riot. It's only unconstitutional to ban flag burning because 5 judges decided in 1989.
Occurred, and that Chopper 6 video shows patriotic bunting flags in a small fire, and a woman throws several smaller American flags onto the heap. Police say this began in Rittenhouse Square and grew to about 400 people. As they marched down Chestnut Street, an act of vandalism occurred, and that's when police began to call in more resources, and they say the situation changed. Once fires were started here outside City Hall, police moved in. Chopper 6
Rittenhouse Square? Okay, let's see. Check this out. This was on June 25th. After a manhunt, Atlanta police arrested 4 teens for allegedly ripping an LGBTQ flag. Police are considering hate crime charges. So burning an American flag is totally fine. Ripping down a pride flag is equal to a hate crime. Make it make sense. Here is the footage of the alleged hate crime in progress. Manhunt currently underway. Atlanta police. Yeah. Make it make sense. Okay, so this this was the scene outside of the White House 7 hours ago. A former combat veteran burned the American flag in protest of Trump's executive order to punish those who do so. Flag burning is protected speech under the First Amendment, but the protester was arrested anyway. This is one of those FAFO moments.
Fascist president. My name's Jay Carey. I'm a retired disabled combat veteran, serving over 20 years in the United States Army. Lord Jesus, in that house right there, signed an executive order today saying that it was illegal to burn the American flag. No president can make a law, period. No Congress shall make a law infringing on First Amendment rights. I'm burning this flag as a protest to that illegal fascist president that sits in that house. It is our First Amendment right to burn this flag, regardless of what the president says. Remember your oath. Active and prior military. Your oath does not expire. You will defend this United States and the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic.
So that was pretty quick, right? We got another angle here. Conservative brief writes, well, that didn't take long.
Orange Jesus in that house right there signed an executive
He calls him Orange Jesus.
order today saying that it was illegal to burn the American flag. No president can make a law, period. No Congress shall make now serving 1 year.
Here's another shot of him getting arrested.
I'm being treated very well. Not surprising seeing as I'm a middle-aged white man.
He just took his phone.
Oh, wow. Really, dude? Really?
Brothers and sisters, immigrants are receiving probably a lot better. I'm being treated very well. Not surprising seeing as I'm a middle-aged white man.
He just took his phone, trying to unlock it.
Jan. Yeah, I know it's. What? That's right.
Why is he being arrested, sir? Why is he being arrested?
Look at the guard and police presence.
Can you answer that? Scared to answer it? Why is he being detained?
Being detained because I expressed my First Amendment rights in a public area, not causing any danger, causing no danger to anybody.
Why is he
Simply expressing my rights as a U.S. citizen and a retired disabled combat veteran who served this country faithfully for over 20 years.
Can anyone?
Well, we thank you for your service, sir, and we thank them for their service as well. So we got some more. Trump says the U.S. will not allow 600,000 Chinese students into this country or in the country. In 2022, there were 290,000 Chinese students. 2023, there were 277,000 Chinese students. How does doubling the number of Chinese students put America first?
The students to come in. President Xi would like me to come to China. It's a very important relationship. As you know, we're taking a lot of money in from China because of the tariffs and the different things. And it's a very important relationship. We're going to get along good with China. I hear so many stories about we're not going to allow their students, or we're going to allow their students to come in. We're going to allow, it's very important, 600,000 students. It's very important. But we're going to get along with China. But it's a different relationship that we have now with China. It's a much better relationship economically than it was before. With Biden, boy, what he allowed that, I mean, they just took him to the cleaners. You know, President Xi would like me to come to China.
Laura Ingraham raising a question about the same, about the Chinese students.
Allowing
It's very important.
Mr. Secretary, with all due respect, how is allowing 600,000 students from the communist country of China putting America first?
Well, the president's point of view is that what would happen if you didn't have those 600,000 students is that you'd empty them from the top, all the students would go up to better schools, and the bottom 15% of universities and colleges would go out of business in America. So his view is he's taking a rational economic view, which is classic Donald Trump, looking at higher education and saying,
but why are you
until
helping
we
Harvard?
Modify that.
That just helps Harvard and UCLA and UCal Berkeley and I mean you're all helping those schools. Why? They're like, basically factories of anti-American propaganda. And now they're getting a big.
And now you better not burn a flag in the United States because you're going to find out the hard way. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So here's what kills me. They try lighting a beach towel on fire in a public park and you'll get arrested for arson, but wrap that same fire on stars and stripes. Suddenly you're a constitutional scholar exercising free speech. Make it make sense. The Supreme Court says that burning our flag is symbolic speech. You know what else is symbolic? Handcuffs, clicking on wrists when you disrespect the banner that brave men died defending. Trump's order doesn't create new law, it enforces existing ones. Incitement, disturbing the peace, public endangerment. The flag is just evidence of anti-American intent. And yesterday proved one thing: mess around and find out. So here's a question for you. Should burning the American flag remain protected speech? Yes or no? Because other countries will jail you for this. Maybe it's time we showed some backbone too. Stand for something. Shop our patriotic gear at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.